Hello, guys, and welcome back to What Time Is It? It's another beautiful day for us to talk about our culture and the different things we need to do to live together as a people. On the show today, I have a very special guest. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Can you please tell us your name and where you're from?
My name is Mamie Dumbia, and I'm Liberian from West Africa.
Yay, that's nice. I'm from Cameroon and I've never been to Liberia.
Interesting.
Um, have you visited any other African countries or no?
No, actually, I haven't. I didn't even think about that. No, I have not.
I mean, it's pretty normal. Africa is huge, bigger than what a lot of people think it is. So it's normal for people to just leave Africa straight to the Western world. But that said, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I guess a little bit about me. I've been working. I came to the U.S. I think in 2003. I've been here for almost um, 19 years now.
Wow.
I experienced a little bit about the American dream in the sense I joined the military very young and served the country here. And I'm back to working for myself as a consultant and a coach from all the leadership aspect of the military that I learned over time. Um, so that's a little bit about me. I'm the youngest of very 9 kids.
Wow.
So it's been very fun growing up.
That's nice. That is very nice. So are you a vet now or are you still active military?
I am a veteran now.
Oh wow, that's nice. You should be the youngest veteran.
Actually,
So
that's very interesting. I'm usually the youngest amongst the vet I see, but I know there's a lot of young vets out there. Yeah,
yeah,
they just like to hide.
that's okay. So can you tell us a little bit about the culture in Liberia? Like, what are the people of Liberia like?
So, to describe the culture, I have to give you a little bit of insight on what Liberia relationship with the U.S. is.
Okay.
So Liberia, there was a native tribe obviously in Liberia before the slaves were sent back, but Liberia is a mix of native and slaves from the U.S.
Okay.
So back in the 1800s, when the U.S. decided to send some slaves back to Africa, a lot of them migrated to Liberia. So we call some of them Americo Liberia, and
Okay.
the family intermarried, mingle and everything. So now you have a different ancestry. So we have a love and sort of hate relationship, I guess, with the U.S. in the sense that there is some of our ancestors from here. So some of the culture, like the old English here, we do speak. I know sometimes when I speak pidgin English, a lot of my friends don't understand because it's very different from other African countries.
Okay.
Pidgin English because it's a mix of the native tribe, the American Old English from here, and everything
Wow.
intermingled.
That's I mean, I just learned that. And to think I studied African history both in middle school and high school, my teachers should not be proud of me, right? But that's a very interesting thing. I never knew that Liberia. I mean, I know that slaves were sent back, but for some reason, I didn't pay attention to what country they were sent to. So that's really nice. So does that make the culture of the people of Liberia a little bit complicated, or have did they blend in successfully? Like,
I
and I
would
know Liberia is primarily Muslim, correct?
no.
No.
It's a mix of Christians and Muslims.
Okay.
It does have some complication to it because you still have the natives, just like America. And I think it's interesting that I don't want to compare it too much with the American culture here with the Native American because I don't want to even go into that rabbit hole. But just like the U.S. here, there were natives living in the land. So some of the land were acquired in different ways, right? So it was bought, but not in a way that history like to say it.
Yeah.
So there's still the conflict between some conflicts. I'm not gonna say in a general way, but there's still some conflict between some American Liberians and the native Liberians, because it's always who people that feel like they belong, and then there's others that feel like others don't belong. So there's always that tribalism that we always experience in our African cultures.
Oh
So
yeah, that is for sure. Cameroon is crazy about tribalism, especially when it comes to marriage, and which is what I actually wanted to talk about today. So, what do you think about intercultural marriages? Like, not just within Africa, but black people marrying white people or Liberians marrying people from Kenya. What do you think about that?
so I'm a neutral party in this one because I don't think that, you know, a relationship should be based on color. As a Christian person, I think is interesting for me to look at someone based on their color or culture and assume that I know too much about them. To me, it's a beautiful thing if you love who you love and just go for it. Um, and sometimes God has a sense of humor because you want to be with someone in your culture, but then you really don't either care for that person or the person don't care for you. So you have other options. And I think, at least from my perspective, a lot of black women in, you know, here actually in my environment, in my circle, are stuck on, you know, just wanting to be with black men. But sometimes I see black men are, you know, exploring. So why not explore other races and explore people that really care about you? It's all about who loves you, right? At least that's how I see it. I was actually married to a white guy before, so
Whoa.
I know it's unfortunate that the relationship did not work. It did not last, but I still thought it was a beautiful experience why it lasted.
Okay, well, I grew up in a very, very traditional environment. And we are very big on, hey, you can marry out of the culture. Some people believe that when you marry out of your culture, it's the reason why the marriage doesn't succeed. Now, I'm saying this from my tribal point of view. The Bakossi person believes in family. And when you marry a girl or when you marry a guy, you're basically marrying the family. So Bakossi people are not big on marrying outside of their culture, but people think differently about it. For me, I look at it from a point of, okay, I love my culture. I want my kids to learn my language because you end up having these conflicts in marriages where, oh, the grandma of the mom of the dad doesn't want the kids to learn their mom's language because that's not what his son, all of that craziness. So I feel like most people conveniently just stick to what they know because it's easy. But then again, I mean, the tribes in my country, for instance, the Bangwa people, there's like zero point 0.1 Bangwa person who married someone else. They always marry among themselves. And I feel like most people break up relationships just because, hey, they're not from my culture. But then again, like you said, I don't think the problem is the culture. It is the mentality. Because if a girl falls in love with a guy and they marry and everything is fine, but the sisters of that guy don't like her, the mom doesn't like her, they're making her life a living hell. Before you know it, even the guy is going to give up and be like, you know what, let's just let this go. And which is something that I feel like we need to work on. I feel like there are many ways to preserve the African culture. We don't have to be so big on intercultural marriages. I'm saying that, I mean, I'm kind of a little on the other side of the road though. But then, I mean, the truth is the truth, right? So what, I mean, since, I mean, you've been there, you've done that, what would you tell people or young girls or young guys who maybe like someone of the other culture, but they feel weird to move forward because they may not get accepted or they don't want to run into issues with the family and all of that stuff? What can you tell them today?
That's a loaded question because, I mean, there's nothing wrong with preferences. We all have preference. It don't matter where we're from, what our culture is. we like what we like, and our parents can born us, but they can't born our heart, and they can't
Yeah.
born what we pursue. I would say if this is really important to you and you feel like you really care about this person, like try to explain it to maybe your family and see, make them understand that this is someone you really care about, and talk to their family if they're open to, sharing that. I would say culture and mentality both go hand in hand because our culture forms some of our mentality. Some of the beliefs that we carry often come from our culture and our values. So, as long as you have if you're grounded and you know what you want in life and you have a passion for the things you do, and want to pursue there's nothing wrong with exploring. And if it's not something that you feel like is going to work for you, it's okay to say, this is not working for me at this point in my life. We don't have to sign our full life immediately when we start.
Yeah.
Life changes. We grow, we learn, and we take things in stride. So don't take everything everyone says, and listen to your heart, see where it's taking you, and learn from your experiences.
Okay. Thank you so much. Well, I'm going to be calling you Miss Liberia. And you can call me Miss Cameron. I don't mind. But thank you so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate the light you have shed on this topic because I know it's a really big issue for most Africans. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you learned something today. And as usual, do not forget to like, subscribe, and share. And please, please, please always come back for more. Thank you. And again, you've been watching What Time Is It? Ciao.